This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Hey gang, Smalarie here, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now believe it or not, this is a horror game, so viewer discretion is advised. But without further ado, I'm gonna stop blabbing on, and I'm gonna start the game. It looks like we have to enter our name. Now please excuse me, I have a sore throat, so when I do the voices, it is probably gonna sound like shit. So let's put in Smalarie and start this game. Oh dear. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never see yourself making a day, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. Man, I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. It is a wonder that I haven't fumbled any words.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe that's only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Smalarie.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. I feel like I'm gonna fumble several words, just like I do with the Stardew Valley playthrough. But anyway. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. Commute? I don't know how you say that.
By the way, Smalarie, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you joined a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content by getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I was worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise that you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I forgot how much of a douche the protagonist is in this game. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom when I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
Fuck you too, Sayori. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you needed some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie?
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest, after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I'd bring a new member, and Tsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have all planned this all out for it. See? I'm fumbling already. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Smalarie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude is apparently named Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in my ear. Well, should have whispered that. Then turns back to the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy.
Is it Natsuki? Natsuki? I've always said Natsuki. It could be Natsuki. I really need to get better at actually saying these characters' names correctly. But anyway.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Or Natsuki. Fucking...
What is your name, pink-haired bitch?
Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Smalarie. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down with me, Smalarie. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's only one place next to Monica and one place next to Yuri. Well, that's a space, but I'm saying place, so fuck it. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Whatever your name is. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Or ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just try and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica and I follow.
It's so delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Brother, the best angle of a cupcake, in my opinion? I'd say just the top. I don't know why someone would just rip the thing off and then, like, shove it in their mouth like that. It'd be very weird. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, but full of flavor. Wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy.
Tsundere. That is the only, like... What is it? Like, anime... term. I know, like, 2 anime terms, and that's one of them. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before sitting down in the teapot, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated by Yuri. She's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you join the what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if I can encourage others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all with the same goal. Monica has really worked hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Smalarie, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga?
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki suddenly perks her head up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. She keeps quiet. Bleh.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
What teacup?
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling such a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to on a mental level. At this rate, Yuri may as well have been having a conversation with a rock.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look in the world.
if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. Usually like take the bleh. That's right. Usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrappy behind the glass club meeting. Wow, Monica, that's so cool. Why are you looking into people's like personal shit that they leave behind, Monica? It's very weird, Monica. You very, very weird person.
It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give It Back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes and your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care?
I think it's impressive. Okay, weirdly, I was going into like a New Yorkish accent regarding Natsuki. That's kind of funny. I kind of want to do that, yeah. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like him.
And not very confident writer yet. Why did I say,
not very confident writer yet?
I said that so weird. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing this level of writing takes more than just confidence. There's the truest form of writing. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Pretty sure it's thunderstorming outside while I'm recording this. This is amazing. Great background ambience. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically. Quizzically. I should not be playing a reading-based game. Quizzically at Monica. They look at her! Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. Share them with each other. Beep boop, I'm Smalarie bot. I am a robot, I guess. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it. Plus,
whoa. Monica, your voice got high. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Smalarie? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Smalarie... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for a cupcake, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Monica? Natsuki is eating your hair right now. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone will remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Smalarie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat. Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Smalarie, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart from the club room, making our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of the girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Now here is the part where we get to write a poem for 3 out of the 4 girls. It's time to write a poem. Pick words do you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever's poem you like the most, or whoever likes your poem the most. So, I am actually going to save here. And I'm going to make that a decision for you. Who do you want to see, whose path do you want to see me take? I'll make a poll about it. Natsuki, Yuri, or Sayori. Without further ado, I'm going to end this video off. Stay cool, I love you, and this is the first video where I can show off the new outro, so this is fun. Alright, bye-bye, I love you.